Hey, what's going on, Z Nation? Zaid here on ZLN. And today, guys, we're going to be talking about the Los Angeles Lakers versus the Orlando Magic tonight. Guys, what can I say? It was a gut wrenching, edge of your seat type of moment for the Los Angeles Lakers. Unfortunately, when it comes down to it, but at the end of the day, the Los Angeles Lakers beat the Orlando Magic, surviving really against them 106 to 103. I mean, it was a gut wrenching type of moment, guys. I was just in the edge of my seat, seeing how well the Orlando Magic are playing when it came down to their shooting was just unbelievable against the Lakers. It was so close to the very end, and all thanks to I think it was who was I think it was Jalen Suggs or something. Jalen Suggs of the Orlando Magic missing that three in the final seconds left into the game. If he would have made it, I think the Lakers would have gone into overtime. It was just a whole different type of scenario that could have been that was averted. But when it comes down to it, guys, a win is a win for the Los Angeles Lakers. And now going into since the season started, the Lakers are now 2-2 going into the season now, and the Lakers have a day off tomorrow, so they can potentially get ready for the matchup against the LA Clippers on Wednesday. So they don't have to leave town yet. So this is just a perfect opportunity for the Lakers to get some rest a bit, but at the same time be ready for the LA Clippers. But I really want to talk about how well this Lakers team played on the defensive side when it came down to the second half. Players who stepped up in this game, who didn't. And obviously, let's talk about Anthony Davis and also as well the rotation. The rotation, how well it was, I guess you can say, built in this game because of Darvin Ham tonight. I mean, he heard all the critics from all Laker fans, and just from his perspective of obviously the heartbreaking loss that we suffered last night, ironically, against the Sacramento Kings. So obviously there were some good things that Darvin Ham did in the rotation tonight, and just all across the board, some good, some bad. We're going to be talking about the Los Angeles Lakers on this live stream. And for those of you who are joining me, thank you all for joining me. And please give me your thoughts about the Lakers win tonight against the Orlando Magic. And tell me what you think. What was the good things? What was the bad things? I really want to know your thoughts about it. And please be sure to follow me all across social media, Facebook, Instagram, and X. And of course, I also have a TikTok as well. And also I'm on Threads. So please be sure to follow me all across social media. And of course, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you'll be in the know when I go live of every single Lakers post-game show. And also just be in the know about any news, rumors, updates, speculations about the Lakers. So please be sure to hit that notification bell and subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate it. And I just got a comment in from Rabbit. Welcome, Rabbit, to the live stream. I really appreciate it. And, what can I say? Closer than it should have been. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it should have been an easy win for the Lakers. They should have obviously took advantage of the opportunity to just have a much better result of this game. But, unfortunately, we saw some struggles from the Los Angeles Lakers throughout the game, especially on offense and their shooting. The shooting is continuing to be a bit of a discouraging moment to be watching for the Lakers so far, since the whole talk during the off season was that Rob Pelinka went after some shooters and players that can shoot. And, judging by the talks that we'll be hearing from our current players that were on the roster, like D'Angelo Russell and the rest of the crew, Austin Reeves, I mean, they were improving on their shooting, and, D'Angelo Russell trying to improve on his defense. But obviously, there has been some struggles so far But at the same time, defensively, the Lakers played very well in the fourth quarter. Let's just say that when it came down to it. But offense is still a struggle. I think the Lakers are still trying to learn how to play well with one another. And it's just a long process at this particular moment, guys. So patience is good for the soul. So we just have to wait and see for the Lakers to at least um, have a much better season heading going into this season. So let's just hope for that for sure. So thank you, Rabbit, for your comment. I really appreciate it. And without further ado, let's get into the Lakers stats. I have to say, it was some players tonight really stepped up to the plate in this game tonight against the Orlando Magic. I mean, just looking at the team stats. Let's talk about the team stats before I get into the player stats, as you can see in front of you. Obviously, when you look at the field goal percentages, it goes to the Los Angeles Lakers. Ironically, offensively, they played very well under the paint. Most of that came from Anthony Davis's performance, so we will get to him in just a bit. But obviously, the Lakers, they were 53% from the field to the Orlando Magic 40% even. When it came down to the shooting, it goes to the Orlando Magic. I mean, they had a much better shooting night against the Los Angeles Lakers, and it's been like that way so far for their season. I mean, obviously they started a 0-2 for the start of the season, but with this loss, they're now 2-1, and the Lakers are 2-2. So the Lakers gave the Orlando Magic their first loss of the season. So kudos to the Lakers for doing that. But at the same time, the Lakers got a run for their money when it came down to facing the Orlando Magic tonight because they were competitive. They were a competitive team. They're a very young team, and it kind of shows you that the Lakers, they really need to, I guess, look at their playbook, or somehow Darvin Ham needs to improve on his rotation. But obviously, he did pretty well in this game. But just moving forward now, he needs to make sure to put the right rotations in place and for the better for us to win games. And so far, we saw a bit of glimpse of that in the second half, and he's obviously hearing the critics. So hopefully he continues on that trend. But when you look at the shooting, it goes to the Orlando Magic. I mean, they shot 40% to the Lakers. It's 29%, but it's like 29.6. So I'm rounding it to 30%. So let's just make it at that. The Lakers shot 30% to the Orlando Magic's 40. When you look at the assists, they were pretty even, 28 assists. And then when you look at the rebounding, the Lakers had 40 rebounds to the Orlando Magic 44. So they had a better rebounding night against the Los Angeles Lakers. Steals, it goes to the Orlando Magic. I mean, they were just pretty well. They played pretty well on defense as well, especially a glimpse of it from the second half as well. I mean, especially in the third quarter where they were just annihilating against the Los Angeles Lakers every chance that they get. But unfortunately, the Lakers stood their ground and they competed to the best of their ability for sure. So it was a great defensive effort from the Orlando Magic, but the Lakers had 7 steals to the Orlando Magic's 10. But the blocks came from the Los Angeles Lakers. They had 10 to the Orlando Magic's 3. And then when you look at the turnovers, unfortunately, the Lakers had 16 to the Orlando Magic's 11. So there was a bit of struggle at times, especially the turnovers. And I think most of those turnovers went to LeBron in this one. Compared to last night's game, he had 8, but I think he reduced that to 5. But still, turnovers is pretty bad for the Lakers so far at the start of the season. And when you look at this game, really, the Lakers really turned over the ball a lot in this game as well. So there were key moments that the Lakers should have just managed it, but unfortunately they couldn't. So it's unfortunate, but at the same time, the Lakers still got the win, surviving a win tonight. So it is what it is. But let's look at the player stats. The player stats was something that we have to really talk about when it came down to some of the players stepping up tonight. Let's talk about Anthony Davis, who had a monstrous performance out there tonight. I mean, continuing to show MVP caliber numbers. And if he continues to stay healthy, he'll be in the conversation, I have to say, when it comes down to it. And I just got a comment here from Turbo. Welcome to the live stream, Turbo. I really do appreciate it. Great win, Lakers. I was watching it. Yeah, it was a close win. Going back to Rabbit's question, answer that he put up, it was a close win, and the Lakers should have had, played better. But a win is a win for the Los Angeles Lakers. When it comes down to it, a great win for the Lakers, absolutely, Turbo. And I was watching it as well. There were some good things and some bad things that I saw in this game, but the Lakers still managed to get a win. So I have to say, a great win, obviously. So thank you, Rabbit, for your comment. I really appreciate it. Thank you for joining me on the ZLN Lakers post game analysis. So thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. But let's get back to the Lakers stats. Obviously, when you look at the performances of our Lakers tonight, obviously I was talking about Anthony Davis, who had a monstrous performance, and when it comes down to it, guys, he could potentially be in the conversation for MVP or Defensive Player of the Year. I mean, so far it's mainly Defensive Player of the Year, but so far since game one, he heard the critics, he heard a lot of talks, and he's really taking it to heart, I have to say, even though he is not on social media. And, just going back to what LeBron had to say about him, he doesn't really care, but I think he does care as a player, for him to just help out his team as best as he can. And for him to be basically taking the keys for the Lakers to be the number one guy. I mean, it's kind of showing, really. For the past couple of games now, he has been averaging around 26 to 30 points a game and around 15 to 17 rebounds a game, and averaging around like 3 blocks and 3 steals a game. So this is very impressive MVP caliber numbers for Anthony Davis that he has been putting up for the Los Angeles Lakers as of late. So hopefully, just knock on wood, he just stays healthy throughout the season, so he can finally get the rewards that he deserves. So that's my hope, and hopefully he stays healthy and continues to be that monstrous guy for us going into this NBA season. So great job tonight for Anthony Davis. 26 points, 19 rebounds out there tonight with 3 blocks and 1 steal. He did miss a 3, but I'm hoping that we don't see a lot of threes being made from Anthony Davis. I mean, it'll be great to see some here and there, but at the same time, I want him to just continue to protect the rim and just attacking the rim and just scoring from under the paint. So that's where he's most best at when it comes down to it. So hopefully we'll see more from Anthony Davis in that particular area. But more importantly, I want to see him more dominating on the defensive side. So because that's where he thrives the best. So just great job out there for Anthony Davis. For our scorer of the game, I have to say, when it comes down to it, finally we get to see D'Angelo Russell stepping up in key moments and key situations, and especially in this one, after raving about him in preseason, how well he's been playing. We have finally see the type of numbers and the type of performances that we've been waiting for from D'Angelo Russell. And could this continue on, after this win? Sort of remains to be seen. So, because he has been lackluster for these past couple of games since the start of the season. He was great in preseason, but obviously it hadn't really moved over into the regular season. It's just unfortunate. But, he managed to have a great performance out there tonight. He had 28 points, leading the Lakers in scoring tonight. Had 8 assists, 2 rebounds, and I believe he had one steal, one block. So defensively, he was there for the Lakers at times, but offensively, it was there, especially in the second half where he made a three that really changed the course of the Lakers winning this game tonight as well, making a key three that was a big game changer for the Lakers. So he had a great night there when it came down to it. Going 3 of 6 from the three, even though it didn't start that way, because obviously his shooting was starting to kick back up. I believe it was somewhere around the second half, maybe late in the third, maybe the beginning of the fourth quarter. So for him to go 3 and 6 is very impressive, but obviously those threes came from the second half. So obviously it was a big game changer there for him to make those key threes that were really a big help for the Lakers there. And then he went 10 of 14 from the field. So he had a great night, played for 36 minutes out there tonight, played, I think, the most, or actually, no, Anthony Davis played more out there tonight. He was second for D'Angelo Russell. So he had a great night, and hopefully we'll see more from him moving forward after this win, because, we really need him to really step up during key moments, a key situation, because it should not just be Anthony Davis. It should not be just LeBron for us to win games. It's a whole team effort. And I think, hopefully after this win, D'Angelo Russell understands that. Plus, we need him more than ever, because also, I don't know if you guys all heard already, but Rui Hachimura did not play in this game due to injury. So he's added to the list along with Jared Vanderbilt, part of the potentially, I think he's like a day-to-day type of scenario for Rui Hachimura, but hopefully a speedy recovery for him, because we need both of those guys to help the Lakers second unit. So hopefully it helps. He comes back very soon, but we already know about the status of Jared Vanderbilt. I think he's like 2 weeks away from coming back, but he still needs to be reevaluated after that. So hold on, I just got a comment here from Rabbit. He always comes in with the facts, so and the information. So I really appreciated that, because I bet you were listening to what I was saying about Rui. Hopefully, Rui's eye contusion isn't that bad. Well, yeah, I mean, if it's an eye injury, hopefully it's not anything too serious for him to be out for quite some time. Hopefully, it's a speedy recovery for him there. So thank you for the information, Rabbit. You're always there for me when it comes down to the facts. So thank you so much. I really appreciate it. So yeah, I mean, he has an eye injury, but hopefully, he comes back very soon. And, if he wants to come back pretty quick, maybe he'll wear a face mask or something, you never know. So we just have to wait and see. But thank you, Rabbit, for your comment. I really appreciate it. And I just saw another comment here from Turbo. Yeah, the Nuggets, they are 4-0. Yikes. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I have to say, for being the reigning champs, they have a bit of a target on their back. So, so far they are showing the Western Conference and the NBA that, we're not going to be slept on, and we are, we're the reigning champs. So we are, we're going to play the best basketball this season, and it's showing. So you have to commend on the great effort that they're putting up. But at the same time, I mean, it's just, I just hope the Western Conference just sees what's going on with the Nuggets and somehow just, make that as their motive to, compete for on their own end. So let's just hope for that. But thank you, Turbo, for your comment. I really appreciate it. So thank you. But when you look at, just how well the Lakers played from the starters, just a great performance from D'Angelo Russell. But, let's talk about LeBron James. You can just tell from LeBron James' performance that he was taking a bit of a seat back, if you will. Just I think that he averaged pretty decent numbers, I have to say. I mean, not bad, but at the same time, you can just tell that he was a bit tired because, obviously he played last night against the Sacramento Kings in overtime, playing for at least like 39 minutes. in the game. So, and plus, it just probably took a toll on him for sure. And obviously the rest of the Lakers out there tonight. So, but surprisingly, they managed and they survived to get a win tonight against the Orlando Magic. So, I mean, they don't have a game tomorrow, so they can obviously rest up a bit and train a bit and just practice until Wednesday's matchup against the LA Clippers, which I hope they get a win because it's been a while the Lakers have beaten the LA Clippers. So you never know. Maybe the Lakers will have a Denver Bronco moment and defeat the streak that they were on against the Kansas City Chiefs, and somehow just break the streak that they're on against the LA Clippers. So let's just hope that they have that particular moment, but we just have to wait and see about that. So, but it's on Wednesday, so the Lakers don't need to travel or do anything. I think is it Lakers court or is it LA's or Clippers court? I think it is. Oh, LA court. So yeah, I mean it's another home game for the Los Angeles Lakers. So let's hope they get a win. Let's hope they get a win against the LA Clippers on Wednesday at home. So let's just hope for that. So with that being said, I mean, it was just a great performance overall for LeBron. He had a solid performance, especially in the fourth quarter, where his three was critical to the Lakers' win out there tonight, making that three to really seal the win for the Los Angeles Lakers. So at any given moment when the Lakers need help, LeBron continues to be the savior for the Lakers to win this any game, especially this one tonight. So great job out there for the King and continuing to really amaze us in his 21st season in the NBA, being the oldest player in the NBA. So it's just a wow factor, really. I mean, it just shows you this how dedicated and motivated that LeBron goes every single night when it comes down to just putting up some great numbers. So great job out there for LeBron James. Let's talk about the other two players. Torian Prince, he had an off night, even though he had a great performance against the Sacramento Kings, putting up 20 points in that game in the heartbreaking loss in overtime. But, he somehow managed to not have a great performance out there tonight, putting up 4 points, no rebounds, surprisingly, and yet he played for 26 minutes. It's just a pretty disappointing performance on his part. Maybe he'll have another bounce back game. Comparing, it's kind of like a trend now for him. He has an off game, then he has a great game, then he has an off game, then he has a great game. I just hope that we can see the preseason Torian Prince, because he was thriving on the Los Angeles Lakers when he was playing in the preseason. But it's just unfortunate that since the start of the season he has an off game, then he has a great game, and it's just a kind of similar situation of what most analysts are talking about Anthony Davis when he's like according to Stephen A. He is a roller coaster, Six Flags or whatever he calls it, which is obviously a stupid response or nickname for him, but it's better than street clothes. So it's just I guess you can say. But anyway, LeBron Anthony Davis is obviously proving all the doubters wrong because he's been putting up great performances so far. So he's shutting them up for sure. But when you look at Torian Prince, it's kind of a similar situation. But hopefully he has a much better performance against the LA Clippers, and I hope in that matchup he is going to thrive in that game. Hopefully, so let's just hope for that with his defensive side of the ball, and plus he's our shooter. I mean, he's our 3-and-D caliber player, and he's the shooter that we've been waiting for quite some time, and he can deliver when it comes down to it. So making those threes for sure. So let's just hope for that. Hopefully he steps up to the plate for the Lakers in the next game against the LA Clippers on Wednesday. So it's another home game. So let's just hope that he will bring his A game in that matchup. So, but obviously it was just a pretty bad performance on his part out there tonight. So hopefully he bounced back from it. Austin Reeves also continuously having a bad performance. I have to say, even though he put up 11 points and shot 1 3, but went 5 of 12 from the field. But at the same time, something is up with Austin Reeves. I'm not sure what's going on. Maybe he's just having a bad start of the season. Maybe he'll pick it back up once we reach like mid season, or maybe after the All Star break, because that's where he thrived last season after the All Star break, where he was just being a great, reliable player that we all appreciate from his shooting and from his just facilitating the ball and just managing the ball as a point guard for the Los Angeles Lakers at times. So, but it's just unfortunate that so far since the start of the season that he hasn't been stepping up for the Los Angeles Lakers as of late, especially in this one where he had a career high last season against the Orlando Magic. So all career numbers in that particular matchup last season. But unfortunately, in this one, he was a no-show, I have to say, when it came down to it. But 11 points, not bad, but I'd rather see him play a much better performance in these particular games, in my opinion. So, but hopefully he will bounce back from it, especially against the LA Clippers, which obviously is going to be a must-watch type of matchup for sure. That I am really looking forward to when it comes down to it. So hopefully the Lakers will be healthy, rested, ready to go for the LA Clippers game on Wednesday, and hopefully they get a win against them. So let's just hope for that. But I just hope that he'll have another bounce back game along with Torian Prince in that particular matchup on Wednesday. So let's just hope for that. Let's talk about the second unit. Obviously, when you look at the second unit with no Rui Hachimura and still no Jared Vanderbilt, you could just tell that the rotations was very important to be watching, especially from the comments from Coach Darvin Ham. What he made after the loss against the Sacramento Kings was that he wanted to assess some things and check what went wrong in his own rotation that he's been putting out for these past couple of games, and he's noticing it. And obviously, he's been hearing the critics, so especially from Laker fans. So it was something that he really looked at, and obviously it worked. When you saw how many minutes that he's been giving to Christian Wood, which obviously he deserves because he's been sensational so far since the start of the season for the Lakers. Obviously, he put up some decent numbers out there tonight, especially on defense, with 9 points, 3 blocks for the Lakers, and putting up 9 rebounds as well out there tonight for the Los Angeles Lakers off the bench. So hopefully, moving forward after this win, Darvin Ham, starts to give more minutes to, or the exact minutes really to Christian Wood. Just obviously for now, since Rui Hachimura was out, or I don't know how long he'll be out for, but hopefully he'll return potentially Wednesday, but, sort of remains to be seen. But, just giving more opportunities for Christian Wood to play. It just obviously has been working so far for the Lakers, especially on defense. And just the combination of him and Anthony Davis playing together kind of tells you that maybe that's how Anthony Davis has been playing so good so far this season, is because he has Christian Wood by his side. So it kind of is working to the Lakers' favor, because sometimes, we've been seeing that the Lakers have um, some runs that obviously works at times, but at the same time, it's just the problem is the Lakers are not completing the end game and just trying to win games. But hopefully it improves throughout the season. So, but in that particular instance, but still, I mean, just great rotation from Coach Darvin Ham just to allow Christian Wood an opportunity to play more minutes and just play more with the starting lineup. So you can just tell from the 2 minutes remaining into the game of the fourth quarter that we saw more from Christian Wood in that particular instance. So let's just hope for that. I mean, he was playing very well there for the Los Angeles Lakers in this matchup against the Orlando Magic. So just a great job out there for Christian Wood. Um, when you look at the other players out there tonight, Gabe Vincent had a much better performance compared to his last night's game in the loss against the Sacramento Kings, where he played for 32 minutes, but managed to, I think, just only put 2 points up for the Los Angeles Lakers. But, you can tell that he played still a lengthy minutes with 25 minutes, but I think it's because Rui Hachimura was out. So I think, Darvin Ham just gave more opportunities to those particular guys, especially Christian Wood. So, it kind of shows you right there that, obviously 9 points out there tonight, 2 assists, 1 from 3 from the three, and went 4 of 7 from the field. But I think defensively he was a big help for the Lakers in the second half. So, obviously defense is what he's known for. He's not known for being a shooter. He's not known for being a scorer. So, I mean, that's just obvious there. But at the same time, defense is really helpful for the Lakers at times, especially since the Lakers are not doing pretty well offensively. So, maybe that starts to change during time throughout the season, that the Lakers will improve offensively. But so far, it has not been looking well for the Lakers so far since the start of the season when it comes down to their offensive attack. So, because you can just tell that they're being annihilated offensively in this game against the Orlando Magic, because they were playing very well offensively against the Lakers. So, it was just that interesting to watch there from those young Orlando Magic's teams. So, but just a solid effort from Gabe Vincent there. But when you look at the rest of the Lakers, Cam Reddish, had a pretty bad performance there. But he managed to put up 2 rebounds out there, but going 0 points is just unacceptable there for him. But especially for for the second unit to be a good threat that they should be, it obviously hasn't been so far for these past couple of games. So hopefully we'll see more improvement from the second unit moving forward. But Cam Reddish had a pretty bad performance out there tonight. And then have Jackson Hayes, who also had a bad performance as well, but still managed to put up 2 rebounds out there. Surprisingly, no blocks, but it's just he should have played better on defense, in my opinion, especially when the Lakers were lacking offense. So, but other than that, guys, I mean, it was just a pretty good performance from the Los Angeles Lakers, I have to say. When it came down to it, it was a um, a surviving effort from the Lakers. Even though it was supposed to be a win that they should have gotten pretty easily. But unfortunately, it just wasn't the case. The Lakers struggled at times offensively against the Orlando Magic. And it was just one of those type of situations where, the Lakers just should have tried a bit better offensively. But, they managed to play pretty good defense in the second half, especially in the fourth quarter, where things really turned around for the Lakers for the better. And obviously that clutch three that LeBron made in the final seconds left into the game, or final minutes left into the game, that really took us over the edge. And obviously the Lakers just played defense after that, and that's how we won this game. So, it was just a great effort on their part tonight, a surviving one. But at the same time, hopefully the Lakers will just, get some rest, hopefully, and potentially, bring their Mamba mentality, potentially going into the Wednesday's matchup against the LA Clippers, and hopefully get a win there. Because, I am thirsting really for a win against the LA Clippers, because it's been a while that we beat the Orlando the LA Clippers lately. So hopefully the Lakers will get a win against them pretty soon. So let's just hope for that. So potentially Wednesday. So let's just hope for that. So So yeah, guys, I mean, thank you all for joining me on this live stream. I really appreciate it. And once again, thank you, Rabbit. Thank you, Turbo, for your comments. I really appreciate it. And good talks that we had. I really appreciate it. And for those of you who were joining me on this live stream, thank you all so much for joining me on this live stream. I really appreciate it. And if you haven't yet, uh, please follow me all across social media: Facebook, Instagram, X, and Threads, and also TikTok as well. So please follow me all across social media. And of course, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you'll be in the know when I go live every single Lakers post game show on ZLN on YouTube. So please be sure to do so. I really appreciate it. And just I really want to know your opinions about every single Lakers games, so we can have good conversations. And like we had today in this live stream with Rabbit and with Turbo, it was pretty good conversations that we had. And hopefully hopefully we'll see more from all of you who will potentially be joining on this live stream for many post game shows to come. So let's just hope for that. And once again, thank you all for joining me on this live stream. I really appreciate it. And hopefully, with this win, the Lakers will take this win and hopefully start to win games after this, because the Lakers, the expectation is that we become a threat in the Western Conference, and so far it has been that way so far since the start of the season. So it's just unfortunate that it's we're having a rocky start, but hopefully after this win, the Lakers will start to win games after this, especially hopefully against the LA Clippers on Wednesday. I am really hoping that they get a win there, because it's been a while that we haven't beaten the LA Clippers, even though the Lakers are still a dominant team in LA. Obviously the LA Clippers are trying so hard to beat the Lakers, which obviously they're not. So they can try all they want, but it's just the Lakers are a much better LA team, and they are the heart of LA. So the it's just the reality. So let's just hope that LA, the Los Angeles Lakers will beat the LA Clippers on Wednesday and just take this win and just start to win games after from now moving forward into the regular season. So let's just hope for that. Thank you all for joining me on this live stream. I really appreciate it. Like, subscribe, and of course, just follow me all across social media and hit that notification bell so you'll be in the know when I go live every single Lakers post game show. And I'll see you all in the next live stream and the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Go Lakers. Take it easy, guys. Stay safe out there.